Hello Yogis, and welcome to Shanti Peace Yoga. Today we have a 20-minute full body vinyasa practice designed to awaken and energize the body and spirit. This class is suitable for all levels, and you won't need any props today, but you may want a small cushion for the end as we finish in a seated meditation. Let's begin in Tadasana, mountain pose, standing at the top of the mat. Feet are hip-width apart and distribute your weight evenly across all four corners of the foot. Knees are soft, not locked, and adjust your pelvis to a neutral position. Traveling upwards, consciously slide your shoulders down your back and externally rotate so your palms shine forward. Spread your fingers wide apart. Chin is parallel to the ground, and the crown of your head is actively lifting skyward. Allow your facial muscles to relax and feel the energy travel through you. Let's now take our left hand to our left hip and cross the right ankle behind the left. Inhale and raise your right arm skyward. Exhale and lean over to the left, feeling a stretch down the right side body. You can bend into your left knee to further push your right hip out. Just avoid hunching forward. Keep directing your right shoulder back behind you. Use your next inhale to help guide you back upright to center, and exhale, release the right arm down. Swapping sides, right hand to right hip. Left ankle crosses behind the right. Inhale as you raise your left arm skyward, and exhale, leaning over to the right. And this time you can bend into your right knee to help further push out your left hip for a deeper stretch. Use your next inhale to help lift you back up to center, and exhale, lower the left arm down. Coming back to the center of the mat, feet hip-width apart, inhale, and as you exhale, come into chair pose, Utkatasana, by raising both arms up and sending your hips back as if you were about to take a seat. Let's take one more inhale and exhale. Forward fold, release, arms come down, head is heavy, and you can keep a bend in your knees here. You might even want to rock side to side as we warm up into our practice. Let's now breathe in and place our palms to our shins in a halfway lift. Exhale and bring the hands to the floor, step the right foot back, and rise up into a high lunge. Arms are extended overhead, actively reaching skyward while your hips are parallel to the front. Really engage your left thigh muscle to hold you strong and press firmly into that back foot to help with stability. We're going to take a little flow here. Inhale and exhale, shift your upper body forward, arms come back. Inhale to rise up to standing. Exhale to lean forward, arms come back. Inhale to stand. And exhale as you lean forward, arms come back. Now lower your right hand beside your left foot and open up your chest to the left, raising the left arm overhead in this twist. You can keep your head neutral, or if your neck allows, you can turn to look up at your extended hand. Take one more inhale, and now exhale. Left hand comes to the floor, and the back knee lowers, coming into half splits. Shift your weight back and extend the left leg long to stretch the hamstring. Feel free to point and flex your foot like I am. Let's lean forward now, tuck the back toes under, and step the left foot back, coming into a high plank. Holding here for 3 breaths. On your next inhale, lower yourself to the floor with control, and as you exhale, press into your hands to lift your chest into Cobra Pose, Bhujangasana. Take one more inhale, and exhale, tuck your toes under, press into your hands, and lift up into your first downward dog, Adho Mukha Shavasana. And feel free to pedal out your feet here, easing your way into this pose. Don't worry if your heels don't touch the ground here. The intention is to create length down the back, so bend your knees as much as you need to. Allow your head to be heavy between your arms. We'll take one more inhale and look to the top of your mat. Exhale and step your feet forward and come into a forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale as you rise up to standing, nice and slowly, arms extend overhead. And exhale, hands together at heart center. Let's come back to Tadasana, mountain pose. Shine your palms forward, standing tall with your crown of your head lifted. And you might notice you're starting to feel a little bit more energized and awakened already. Let's repeat this sequence on the other side. Inhale and exhale, sitting back into chair pose, Utkatasana. Arms extend overhead, and you might notice you can sit a little bit deeper this time. Let's take one more inhale and exhale, release, forward fold, hands to the floor. Like before, you can keep a bend in your knees. Maybe this time take hold of your elbows, and again you can rock side to side. On your next inhale, bring your hands to your shins, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the floor, step the left foot back this time as you rise up into your high lunge, Anjaneyasana. Arms are reaching overhead, hips are square to the front. Your right thigh is actively engaged, and you're pressing firmly into your back foot to help with stability. Let's move with our breath. Inhale and exhale, tilting forward, arms reach back. Inhale to rise. Exhale, tilting forward, arms reach back. Inhale to rise. And last time, exhale, tilt forward, arms reach back. Left hand comes to the floor beside the right foot now, and twisting and opening your chest to the right, with your right hand raised skyward. Like before, you can keep your neck neutral or turn your head to look up at that extended hand. Take one more inhale and exhale. Right hand comes down and the back knee lowers, coming into half splits. Shift your weight back and extend the right leg long to stretch out your hamstring. Let's lean forward now, tuck the back toes under, and step the right foot behind you, coming into a high plank once again. We'll hold here for 3 breaths. On your next inhale, lower yourself to the floor with control, and as you exhale, come into Cobra or Upward Dog. On your next exhale, press back into Downward Dog once again. As we hold this pose, take notice of the energy flowing through your body from the palms of your hands down to the soles of your feet. Let's take one more deep inhale and exhale. Bend your knees, lowering down to the mat. We're going to take a few more energizing and uplifting poses here on the mat, starting with the reverse plank. Sitting tall with your knees bent and feet flat to the floor, take your hands behind you, fingertips pointing towards your toes. Inhale to lengthen, and now exhale, press into your hands, lift your hips off the ground and hold here. Keep your chin tucked, or if you feel safe, you can drop your head back. Let's take one more inhale and lower down on the exhale. And you might want to just shake things out a little bit before we come into the full expression of the pose, Parvattanasana. If what we just did was challenging enough for you, just repeat that one again. Otherwise, join me in taking your legs straight, hands behind you, fingertips pointing towards your toes. Inhale to lengthen, and on the exhale, lift your hips off the ground, pressing into the soles of your feet now. Like before, you can keep your chin tucked or drop your head back if you feel safe. Let's take one more inhale and lower down on the exhale, and just feel free to shake it out again. We'll come into a forward fold now, just a quick counter pose to stretch our back, simply folding forward from the hips. We'll take one more inhale and slowly unfold back to center on the exhale. We'll come into one more energizing pose, Upavista Konasana or bear pose. But we'll start first with a modified version. Start by bringing the soles of your feet together and allow the knees to open. Now hold on to your big toes with your thumb and 2-piece fingers. Really try to lengthen through the crown of your head and start to engage your abdomen. Inhale to find more length, and now rock slightly back onto your sit bones while your feet come off the floor. Exhale and hold. It doesn't matter if you just can't do this one or you fall over. Bear pose is here to remind us to stay joyful and creative. Let's lower our feet back down to the mat, and we'll prepare to take the full expression of this pose. So like before, sitting tall, soles of the feet together, take hold of your big toes with your thumb and 2-piece fingers. Lengthen through the crown of the head, engage the abdomen, inhale and rock back slightly onto your sit bones. Exhale and start to straighten your legs out in front of you into a V shape. Keep lifting through your chest, trying to create a long, lifted spine. It doesn't matter if you fall over, just have a little laugh with yourself. And if you are balancing with me, see if you can start to smile. Let's release our feet and legs back to the floor, and we'll come into a half Lord of the Fishes pose. Start by sitting with your legs extended, and now bring your left knee to cross over the right, holding it in close to you. And now tuck your right foot in close to your left glute. Anchor both sit bones down. Place your left hand behind you for support. Inhale as you raise your right arm up and lengthen through your spine. Exhale as you twist over to the left, right elbow to left knee. If your neck allows, turn your head to look over your left shoulder. And you can also take a mudra by joining your thumb and index finger together. Let's take one more inhale and exhale, release, coming back to center and untwisting the legs. We'll move on to the other side, so this time bend your right knee to cross over the left leg, holding it in close. Tuck your left foot in close to your right glute. Anchor both sit bones down, and right hand comes behind you. Inhale as you raise your left arm up, lengthen through your spine. Exhale as you twist over to the right, left elbow to right knee. Let's take one more inhale and exhale. Release the twist, coming back to center. And maybe shake everything out before we come to our final rest. Since this practice was about creating energy and awakening, I think it might be nice to finish in a seated position rather than lie down, but it's up to you. Today I'm going to sit on my cushion in a cross-legged position, but you can choose what suits you. Once you're settled, start to soften your eyes or close your eyes. Start to take long, slow, deep breaths, and notice how you're feeling after this practice. Without judgment or comparison, just taking notice of how your body and your mind feels. Start to bring your awareness back to the present. Maybe wiggle your fingers or toes, shrug your shoulders, or roll your neck side to side. If you were lying down, you can slowly make your way up to sitting. Bringing the hands together at heart center, we'll close our practice with our mantra. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bowing forward, Namaste.